My name is John Apgar. I'm the president of Owens Design. Owens is a high technology manufacturer for emerging technologies here in the Bay Area. We've been in business about 30 years and we are between 50 and 100 employees.
Hi, my name is Bob Fung. I'm the VP of Engineering at Owens Design. A key part of my role is hiring people to go and actually A, identify what's required, and then B, find the right people to put the right people in the right seats on the bus. GRI has given us a common language that we can all understand and talk about. I think having the training in 2 days really gives John and I, who are the people who had the 2-day seminar, a much greater insight to it, because it's definitely more than about the 1s and 2s and 3s and 4s and about, certainly about the description. Those are very helpful. But understanding that deeper gives us a much deeper insight and much more richness in how we can use it.
We've used the GRI profile in several ways here. One of them is actually in the interviewing process itself. We have our candidates take the GRI prior to the face-to-face interviews. And then the interviewer has the profile, and it helps inform us in the way that the person has been motivated throughout their career. It helps us understand a little bit better kind of what their experiences have been and really a different perspective on them. So it helps inform the interviewing process. We found that to be very helpful.
GRI has given us a really improve our confidence in our hiring process. And it's done this, we don't exactly use it to weed out candidates. We give this to everybody. And it really helps us to pinpoint on where to probe, and it really helps, especially when I'm looking for specific people, to see what to look for in the GRI profile. One of the ways that we run projects in our company is we have a matrix organization. That means we're constantly forming different teams with different personalities. And part of my role is to form these teams, but also inform the people on the teams, along with the program managers, to understand how the people interact best together. And GRI has really actually helped in that.
At this point, we've implemented the GRI profiles across the entire company. And what's been very interesting to me, and one thing I really like about the GRI platform, is that I can look at the entire organization. There's different ways that you can graph that. And what I've found is that the organization actually has a fairly concentrated profile. And one thing I think that reinforces the culture that we have here. But it's been very interesting to be able to see that in graphical form and to understand how that interaction is and then how it interacts with our clients. The way we got started with the GRI is that we actually did a test case. We had a small selection of people do it, and everyone participated, and then we looked at those results and we thought this was very interesting. So then we expanded it from there out to the entire company. And we kind of went through a similar process where each person had an opportunity to look at their profile, share it if they wished with others, discuss it, and it really was up to them how much they got into the system. And it worked very well for us.
It was amazing how accurate it was in terms of depicting how we perceive the other person, but it was also amazing in some cases where the person did not see themselves at all. They didn't understand how they were perceived by other people. And that's really very valuable and useful.
This is the perfect idea to go ahead and implement the GRI in your group at this time. Very quickly, we'll give you insight into what the people are and really be able to help you be able to bring out that level of communication and understand what the dynamics of your group are. It happens very quickly.